The Briscoes asked for a second match, this time thinking they had the legs underneath them. 2 out of 3 falls. They were guaranteeing 2 straight. They won the first fall. Had it been a regular match, they would have walked out champions. However, FTR was able to get the following 2 falls. And now the dream match has now turned into a nightmare scenario. You see Harwood, Wheeler on the right, Harwood on the left. There's only been 1 dog collar match to my recollection in Ring of Honor. There's never been a tag team dog collar match. They're violent, they're brutal.
But you know what, when you think about this type of match, you look at FTR, and almost like what Jay was saying, man. You look at FTR, they're the technical tag team wrestlers. You look at the Briscoes, who do you think has the advantage? You got Bret Hart and Terry Funk in a match. You might give Bret Hart the advantage. But in a match like this, Terry Funk all day. Terry Funk is the Briscoe brothers tonight.
Counterpoint, these chains keep each other closer. FTR, I would argue, better wrestlers. If you have your opponent closer, you can out-wrestle if you can grab them. We saw it with Raven and CM Punk in the dog collar match in Ring of Honor. It was violent, it was bloody, it was brutal. It actually threw both game plans out the window. We saw with Valentine and Piper too. Busted eardrums, busted teeth. Ugh, permanent damage.
You see being closer, and I see somebody being able to have a weapon with them at all times.
Briscoe with Harwood, Wheeler with Mark Briscoe.
Intentionally out-marking Jake Briscoe, grab the chain to bring it closer to him because they know it's the leverage that counts.
And a double leg takedown from Harwood, and it's Wheeler and Mark Briscoe, Jay Briscoe and Harwood. And you can throw all the accolades, the classic fights, the instant classic markings out the window. This is going to be a fight. It's going to be a battle with the chains around the neck. On the inside there, and then right in front of us, it is Harwood and Jay Briscoe just delivering straight right hands, and it's Wheeler shot to the midsection with the chain.
I didn't think Wheeler would be the first person to use the chain. This is showing me that FTR knows the type of fight that they're inside for.
Great split screen shot here. Mark Briscoe already busted open as Jay Briscoe sending Harwood into the steps.
Man, they show them both at the same time. They really big technical.
I love it. I love everything about Ring of Honor. Ooh! From the production to the fans to the world-class athletes to this brawl we're about to see here. Oh, God!
As if the chain and the collar is not enough. Harwood already bringing the chairs in play.
And this is something we haven't really seen, this tornado style of match between these two.
Yeah.
Oh, and he's choking Mark Briscoe.
And Briscoe's already bleeding.
And this match going a million miles an hour already. And who do you think that benefits, Caprice? Who do you think who's got the endurance here?
You almost have to go with FTR there because of the schedule that they have been doing and the tolerance that they have to build up. But you can never count the Briscoes out.
Well, think about the schedule the Briscoes had the week of Supercard. They wrestled 4 matches in under 36 hours. Oh, it sold it to the face or beer. I don't know what that was. The fine concessions here at UTA.
Either way, it temporarily blinds you. You know, I'm looking at FTR, man. They know what they're in for. They faced these guys before, and they're like, you know what? If we're gonna beat these guys, we're gonna have to fight from the start to the finish for wrestling out the window and survive. And that's exactly what they've been doing.
Wheeler on top of Mark Briscoe, choking him down. Meanwhile, Harwood, he's dismantling God knows what over there. And the thrust by Mark Briscoe. This match is absolutely insane. And Harwood trying to bring Jay Briscoe back in. And those chains add just a little bit of tethered violence as Mark Briscoe bleeding from under and over the eye right now. Look at Mark!
Tethered violence, and you also have to realize that everywhere that your opponent goes, you go. So you can also unintentionally hang yourself.
We take a look at the split screen shot right in front of us. Jay Briscoe just blocked a chair, countered it into Harwood, now delivering those straight rights. It's Mark Briscoe and Wheeler finally slowing down at this point, but this has been a war, Caprice.
My God, it's already been too much to handle, so much to hold, so much blood being spilled. Dax trying to go, Harwood inside of the ring.
Just a absolutely incredible war we've seen thus far, and it's Harwood and Jay Briscoe returning to the ring. You see the protective gloves on the hands of Paul Turner. We knew this would get violent, and the chains are wrapped around and driven into the spine of Jay Briscoe on that suplex.
Harwood grabbing again, closing that space, going for another suplex.
Again, And Caprice, every time there is a move, whether you want to or not, those chains are going to hit you.
Well, you saw that time in that suplex, it took some out of Harwood as well.
Oh!
Grabbing a tooth. Harwood just lost a tooth.
Oh, and he's tying up. So Harwood tying up Jay Briscoe, and Wheeler at Briscoe, the master of redneck kung fu coming through. Shots just under the ear. Looking to maybe bust the eardrum.
Oh my goodness.
Greg Valentine still can't hear from his dog collar match.
He's ripping his face with the chain.
Caprice, we might just want to divide and conquer here, but go split screen again. Oh my God.
So much action going on at the same time, but we do know that the Briscoes are in control.
We're seeing for the first time here, and I wondered.
And Harwood has lost a tooth.
And I mean, look at Piper. Piper lost multiple teeth. Valentine, a permanent hearing damage after that dog collar match. Busted eardrum.
Jay is wrapping the chain around his fist. It's gonna be lights out.
Oh, goodness. Across the bridge of the nose.
Look at Harwood's arm is limp. Sacrificial lamb right now.
Just driving the chain into the skull now of Harwood. And if he didn't bust the nose, he probably busted open the eye, the skull of Dax Harwood.
My gosh, look at him.
And this is now the Briscoes element.
Yeah, all they needed was an opening. They have that opening now, and you can see inside of the ring, the Briscoes in control. On the outside of the ring, the Briscoes in control as well.
And choking Harwood now, a taste of his own medicine as Mark Briscoe on the outside with Wheeler.
Wheeler face down in a prone position.
And in just 3 matches, this has become one of the all-time great rivalries. It's come to this, the challenge issue just a few days ago. But you and I both hoped this would be inevitable. We knew there was still a fight.
Well, this is the type of fight, man, where you know these guys are going to give everything they got, but it's a career-shortening fight. No matter who wins this match, hopefully these careers are shortened. Everybody in this match has a shortened career after this.
And the chants, dueling chants, Dem Boys, FTR. Ooh. And those rights again. 2 men in this match are bleeding at this point. And Jay Briscoe doing everything he can to open it up.
Yeah, once Jay Briscoe smells blood, he's like a shark, man. He's not going to stop.
Briscoe, a man, Jay Briscoe, has walked out of final battle in the main event, the world champion. He's walked out in the main event as a tag champion.
Yeah.
He knows how to get to that extra gear.
And blood is almost maybe an unfamiliar territory for FTR. It's a very familiar territory for the Briscoes.
Oh, great counter around the neck, trying to get through. Oh, wow. Wheeler catches him sleeping.
That was beautiful. Mark instinctively ran to try to protect his brother, forgot that he was connected to a 240-pound man on the other side of the ring.
And this is what I wondered about privately with you, Caprice. The double teams, would it change any because of the way they were going to be connected? And we're seeing FTR, no problem double teaming now.
Well, one thing it changes is realize that Harwood has to stay close, even though he's tagging against Mark
we see the replay there. It is Wheeler who caught Mark sleeping, a rare moment, and that's the danger of these chain matches.
Separate sides of the ring with the chain.
Oh, God! And FTR kicking it into another gear here.
A nasty gear, a relentless gear.
And this is the first time a double dog collar match on pay-per-view.
Did you see all that blood on the outside?
Right. Oh, and they're up to the top. And they are looking to end the Briscoes' night with their own finishing move. The Doomsday Device. He hit it. Spins him inside out.
That's going to do it.
Cover. 1, 2. Wow.
Mark kick. Do you know? They finish so many people with that out of doing it regularly.
Absolutely.
But Mark just got hit with his own tag team move with a chain wrapped around his arm. Are you kidding me right now?
And now Jay Briscoe, the blood pouring. And all 4 men now have been cut open. And and Wheeler, look at Wheeler in that gory bomb position, that gory special position, making the most of it, choking him with the chain. And the oxygen, you got to be careful here. Paul Turner has to make a decision. You never want to be the one responsible for calling the match. But like we saw in the last bout, you know when someone's out.
Yeah, but you know, sometimes when you're wrestling somebody, you wish there was something you can grab hold them a little more. That's what these chains are giving FTR, is giving them more leverage to be able to execute holds. And they're using it to their best ability. I have to commend them for that.
And Mark, he's got to be careful here. He's got those hands up. He's got to swing those hips up, or he's got to get trucked down.
He's being hung.
And Mark trying to fight literally for his life at this point. The hands within the dog collar, keeping him safe. An Irish whip.
Oh, my God.
Breaking the tautness of that chain, allowing Mark to get his oxygen. Thank God.
Look at all the blood being lost by Jay. It's only a matter of time before he loses what's going on. He's not able to understand what's around him, losing concentration, losing focus. And he's going to have to fight or flight.
For the first time ever on pay-per-view, we are seeing a double dog collar match.
Blood in his eyes, crimson mask, full.
And it is pouring
in his eyes and his mouth.
Sorry. Caprice, you and I are both. This is the first time we're seeing any level of this violence. Oh, you can't expect us to react with anything but amazement and awe at the terror that each team is bringing upon one another.
Is this a froggy blow?
With the chain! Got him! Right through the midsection! Cover! To him! No! Lucky 13, not today. Not now, at least for the Briscoes.
Now, showing you right there, Mark grabbing his elbow. You can hit somebody with the chain, but it's also a chain hitting you as well.
And as somebody that's had elbow issues from playing baseball, which is significantly less violent than this, I can tell you, you don't want a chain in your elbow. As Jay Briscoe still attached to Harwood, still going to town, the blood just pouring out. And look at the fight, look at the struggle here as Mark Briscoe unloading on Wheeler on the outside.
I got blood on my notes. There's blood everywhere.
There's a pool forming, dripping off the skull of Wheeler at this point. Mark Briscoe making some sort of contraption here. He is a violent artist, is a violent architect. And he's got just a touch of madness in his eyes right now. Jay Briscoe continues to unload on Harwood.
Wheeler reaching out for me for help. He's reaching out for help because he's in desperado land. He doesn't know what's going on, and Mark does. Mark definitely in control, looking for a table.
Hey, Mark, we better be careful here now, Caprice. Mark, I don't know what the hell's going through Mark Briscoe's mind right now. And the chain. Oh, and Wheeler
pulling it back. Smart move by Wheeler there.
Again.
There's a bunch of chairs underneath him.
And we're right here, too. Caprice, watch out.
Oh, goodness. I can feel the thud underneath my feet.
And if you look up to the top left, the blood continues to pour like a river from the skulls of Jay Briscoe and Dax Harwood.
This just shows how much these tag team titles mean to both of these teams. They're literally putting their lives on the line to win these titles, giving these fans way more than their money's worth. They're giving them their life's worth.
Jay Briscoe up to the top, front face lock here. The chain inside the ring at this point. Oh, God, Dax! Across the eyes, across the nose, the skull of Jay Briscoe.
Oh, he's wrapping a chain around his head. You gotta assume he's going for a headbutt.
He had 2 layers worth there. He's just going around.
He's Dynamite Kid style right here.
And the violence and the madness. Got it!
My goodness, hurt himself. That's what I'm saying. The chain is double impact. My goodness.
But to a point you made, Caprice, the fact that he was willing to give up his own skull.
Yeah.
You only get one brain, Caprice.
You only get one brain. Like I said, these guys are literally putting their lives on the line for these tag team titles. That's how much it means to everyone inside of this ring that loves Ring of Honor, that loves wrestling, that loves this sport.
And Harwood, the chain.
You can see the evil in his eyes. the intent here to hurt himself as long as he knows he's inflicting more pain on his opponent.
And you better be careful. You better be careful, Dax. FTR, almost more than anybody, are about legacy. The one thing they haven't done is come into Final Battle and oh, God! And win or keep the tag titles. And Jay Briscoe, Mike Posey in the line of fire.
Well, that was unintentional. Posey knows it.
And he was checking in on Jay Briscoe. Dax knows it.
Oh, my God, he's busted open as well. Oh, my God.
Posey is a wreck.
Oh, my God.
And Paul Turner, this match is multiple referees for a reason.
Do you smell that? Smell the iron.
Oh, God.
Ugh.
And Doc Sampson leaving his position from right behind us here to ensure Mike Posey's taken care of. And
Paul Turner inside the ring. He would take side to inside this match.
And Posey is a former wrestler. He's wrestled all over the world. We're seeing fisticuffs here now. And Jay with those quick jabs, those Larry Holmes style jabs. Jab and move, jab and step back, off the ropes. Comes through with a big kick. Dax swing and a miss. Big back suplex. And I apologize, fans. I've never seen a referee take a shot that Mike Posey has. I'm a little stunned.
He's bleeding profusely.
We need some additional here. Wheeler and Mark Briscoe on the outside. Forearm connects. It's Mark Briscoe coming at it full speed. Swing and a miss. And it's Wheeler delivering on Mark Briscoe.
My goodness. Not only did he land on the hardest part of the apron, but there was chain underneath him, and now he's displayed on the table.
He just drug him by his neck.
Yeah, he's been getting drugged by his neck the whole time. I can't imagine these guys tomorrow or the next week.
Or the next year.
Yeah, that's what I mean by career shortening.
A life-changing match as Wheeler up to the top on the outside, now back on the apron. Kicked in the midsection. It's Briscoe with an open hand, but he's also hitting the chain. And weaving a twisted web now with that chain. It's Wheeler and Mark Briscoe. Briscoe, spicy drop kick.
Mike, he set him up for that. We pulled him up inside of him, knew exactly what he was trying to do.
We're watching masters of the craft right here.
Absolutely.
Both teams thinking 2-3 moves ahead. And Mark Briscoe loves that bang, that elbow.
Jay's coming inside. He said, hey, we can end this thing.
And he has Wheeler where he needs him. And looking for the doomsday. And it's Wheeler.
Oh! Oh, my God! Oh! He just landed from the top rope to the pile of steel chairs on the outside of the ring.
Unbelievable!
I don't really know if he's hurt. I want to know if he's alive.
Well, we're going to take a look at the replay. Oh, God, I don't even know. I don't want to see that again.
At least I can see him breathing.
Is he? Okay, I see. You're right. He's breathing. He's moving, but on the inside, Harwood with a chance to end things.
He's breathing, but he's not moving.
Jay Briscoe, double arm. Jay on the chain. On the chain. Cover.
This could do it. Oh my God.
What's it gonna take?
I'm out of it. I don't know what it takes. I'm worried about my 4 friends that are in this match. My 4 friends that I call. They called me on their birthdays. They called me on my children's birthday. I called them. We know each other. But these guys are hurting themselves. This is a war. I'm not worried about right now. I'm worried about tomorrow.
What about their kids? What about their wives, their parents? They're lucky enough to have such great families in their lives. This is what this means to them. They're willing to throw it all away for the stake to become the greatest tag team in Ring of Honor history.
I just hope the fans appreciate the sacrifice that is happening right now.
They might be giving it all up. Think about the time on the shelf Jay Briscoe had. One of the toughest men in the world after that 2 out of 3 falls match, Caprice.
These guys are not finished. You can look at the trunks of Harwood. They came in the ring white. Look at that.
And the eye almost swollen shut, that right eye, camera left.
Yeah. I don't know if that's swollen shut or the top of his eyelid is cut down.
Or if it's forming that, it's coagulating that, that scar, that eyelid.
Oh, God. It's like a horror movie.
Harwood's in deep trouble. Wheeler trying to come in. But Cash meeting a similar fate to Dax, as with a steel chair shot there.
Crazy thing is how comfortable Jay Briscoe is in all of this.
Again, trying to butterfly those arms, looking for another Jay Driller. Jay! Oh! Goes between the legs. We almost never see that.
What can you say?
Oh, no! Sticks him with the pile driver.
Still on him.
Cover! 2!
Ooh!
You and I both remember how that match ended at Death Before Dishonor. That pile driver up the second rope. We'll take a look at it again. Unfiltered violence on the chair. That same pinning combination that finished Jay in July does not do it here tonight. Dax with the chair. Fucking murder him! Excuse me?
What?
I'm not repeating that. Fans, if you didn't hear that, I'm not saying it again.
And just when you think it's over, not only does more happen, but they go to deeper depths, lower lows.
They're about to hit the bottom of the ocean if there's any more chairs, if there's any more tables, if there's any more chains. Jay Briscoe being perched high up on that top rope. Those open hands. Again, also hitting that chain.
Every time he chops him, blood flies into the audience.
Trying to get the adrenaline going for his partner, Dax. Getting the crowd going, the crowd pumping.
Is he gonna pile drive him from the top rope onto the chairs?
Gonna kill him.
He got a chain.
Oh! What's good for the goose is good for the gander. Shot there. Two-wheeler. Harwood now on the outside. Jay Briscoe looking for something dangerous.
Well, he's dug his own ditch, if you ask me. Whatever happens, he set it up. But both guys will get impact off this. Wow!
Driven into a sea of chairs.
Harwood definitely took the blunt of that, but nobody won that exchange, Rick Cabana.
And on the outside, Wheeler desperately trying to get in the ring, but it's Mark Briscoe who is holding him steady.
He's trying to go inside to capitalize, but Mark not letting him.
And Wheeler fighting for his life. Mark Briscoe here. Briscoe with that chain, a smart move too, and in the ring, just a 2 count off that superplex onto the chair.
Now, how much love do you have for your tag team partner that he's literally risking his life to try to get to him?
And look at this, around the teeth, into the mouth.
Oh my goodness.
The agony, the pain. Wheeler trying to desperately save Dax.
Mark knows that Harwood is in a lot of trouble. He's gonna tap. He's gotta tap.
Wheeler trying to push through. He's trying to get it.
He's out. He's out.
To the sky, boy. The winners of this match and the 13-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, the Briscoes.